Hi guys, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot. Welcome to your January 2026 All Signs Tarot reading. I do want to say Happy New Year, guys. I can't believe it's 2026. I'm wishing you all a wonderful new year. All right, let's get started. I am starting with Aries, going all the way through to Pisces. And as always, I want to welcome you guys. Thank you so much for being here. If you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. I do want to thank you guys for a very blessed 2025. I appreciate you all so much. Quick announcement, I do have my 2026 yearly readings discounted right now. I don't know how long the sale is going to be, but all of my information is listed down below if you are interested in having a yearly reading. All right, let's get started. I am starting with Aries. What does Aries have coming up in January 2026? Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Okay. All right. Two of Cups just flew out. It kind of flew out of my hands as well. So there is a relationship or a partnership that is significant. Crossed by the King of Cups, your foundation is justice. Recent past, we have the Four of Wands. Crowning, we have the Two of Swords. Energy coming up is the Six of Swords. All right. Overall energy, Aries, for January, very nice. You've got the Ten of Cups. So this is the happily ever after card. So whatever that means for you, this is emotional abundance, feeling very happy, content, satisfied, being among friends, family. It's just an overall just happy energy, happy month for you guys. We've got the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. All right, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and there's Temperance. Okay, so some of you Aries, this is you with this fiery energy here. This is you manifesting this Ace of Coins. It could be a journey. Slow and steady wins the race with the Knight of Pentacles. So you could be working slowly towards this goal. You could be making progress here in January. You're very much being guided and protected. So beautiful energy. And for some of you with this Nine of Wands, this is you persevering. This is you like not giving up on whatever this is. It's meaningful for you. It's meaningful. It's a solid new beginning. It could be anything from, building a house, building a home, Ten of Cups, to, starting a business or working your way up in your career. So money is coming in. Money is improving. You're manifesting this Ace of Pentacles. This is definitely something you're passionate about. So don't give up, even if you're tired, you're exhausted with the Nine of Wands. Don't give up, because you do have the Two of Swords crowning you, which I'm definitely getting like different things here with that. So some of you are maybe exhausted, or you feel kind of like on the verge of quitting. Like you're right on the edge there with something. But the message here is to not give up, not quit. So you got the Two of Cups crossed by the King of Cups. Yeah, for many of you, I feel like this is something your heart's invested in. Now, it definitely could be a relationship, could be taking a relationship to the next level. Some of you could be dealing with a water sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. You could be dealing with someone who's coming off as the King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups could be an energy, a person around you, or your energy, and it's helping you here on this journey. For some of you, though, this could be a challenge. So the person you're dealing with could challenge you. For some of you, this could be like an ex energy, and maybe they're challenging you, or maybe it's a family member that is challenging you in some way. And this could be with a legal matter. It could be legal documents. Whatever's going down, though, whatever's going down, you're happy about it. The challenge may be someone like giving their all, opening up completely, giving their heart to you. So maybe you want to get married, or maybe you want to move in together, or you want to plant that seed. So purchase a home or a new home, something like that. You want what is fair. This also does feel like an apology for some of you. You do have the Four of Wands in the recent past. So 10 of Cups, 4 of Wands, beautiful energy, very happy, a lot to be thankful for. It's a little odd that we've got this 2 of Swords crowning. So this is like you knowing the truth. You know how something is, but yet with the 2 of Swords, this can be denial. This can be like self-denial, but it also can be like putting on a front. So you may feel like a certain type of way, but you're not showing it. Or the person that you're dealing with feels a certain type of way, but maybe they're not showing it. So again, the challenge may be this water sign, or maybe a Libra. This person may be opening up to you or meeting you halfway with justice. Justice is at your foundation, so you want things to be fair. You want that equal give and take. So it's interesting with the 6 of Swords energy coming up here, 6 of Swords. This could be you like putting the past behind you, moving forward, just kind of letting something go so you can be happy with friends, family, or happy within your relationship. With the 6 of Swords, yeah, I mean, it's definitely being guided forward away from any sort of drama. Can be physical travel for some of you. But let me pull some clarifiers for Aries. Aries. I'm going to look at that 2 of Swords first. Please clarify the 2 of Swords for Aries. 10 of Cups again, look at that. Yeah, so, you know, this is like not rocking the boat with the family. So, you know, I may see certain things, you know, maybe some of you even work like in law enforcement or something. So I see certain things, you Aries see certain things, but this is like staying quiet, not doing anything. So, you know, I'm seeing something, I'm looking at something, I know the truth, but it's like I'm not speaking about it, I'm not acting on it, I don't want to rock the boat. It's that sort of vibe. So yeah, I mean, for those of you that are partnered, I mean, this could be you doing this with your relationship. You know, maybe you went through tough times and you're not trying to fight here. Could be around New Year's, it could be the entire month of January. Maybe you went through, you know, some turbulence prior and now you're trying to not rock the boat. What is the Six of Swords for Aries? Yeah, I just want to get along. Six of Cups. So 2 sixes, that's very, very good. Nice, balanced, harmonious energy, which I think that that's very much what you want. What is Justice? So we've got Strength, and there's the 9 of Rods. So isn't that interesting? Because we have that right here. 9 of Wands. We've got the Queen of Wands. So some of you dealing with a Leo, or maybe you have Leo in your chart. But this is definitely being strong. Maybe feeling wounded, but still trying to like keep the peace. Judgment is there as well. So maybe, you know, this could be with like a legal matter. So for those of you that are divorced, but you're trying to, you know, come together with the family or whatever it is, it's that sort of energy of like, I don't want no drama. I'm trying to, you know, start the new year right, you know, on the right foot. I'm not trying to start the new year with, you know, a ton of drama or fighting or whatever. All right, let's get you guidance. Guidance for Aries for January. I would say just, you know, keep going. Keep doing the right thing. Keep being strong. For some of you, this is you being there for someone. Maybe like you're their rock. Prosperity. A gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. Yeah, so that's the Ace of Pentacles. Beautiful. So money is looking up. Money is definitely looking up. For some of you, I mean, this could be like a lawsuit that's been pending, and the Two of Cups here could be you reaching an agreement. Could definitely be like agreeing to something here. We have imagination at the bottom, and it says envision a new reality. Give yourself permission to dream. Believe in unlimited possibilities. All right, guidance for Aries on the love front for January. We do have the full moon on January 3rd, and then the new moon is, I believe, on the 18th. All right, so trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So there could be trust issues within a relationship, maybe needing to put that behind you, work through that. Release your ex is also at the bottom. The time has come to clear your energy. So, I mean, you do have the Six of Swords here with the Six of Cups. So this is like letting go of the past. Could be letting go of an ex. Here with the Six of Swords and the Six of Cups. So very interesting. For some of you, that's the advice. If you are partnered, maybe needing to cleanse your environment, maybe needing to talk through your issues, your problems, if you do have trust issues, so you can put it behind you and move on, so you can be happy. All right, who is Aries dealing with in January? All right, we have fire, so definitely a fire sign showing up. And then we've got Capricorn. All right, Aries, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Taurus, what do they have coming up in January, please? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Taurus. So we have the Wheel. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Taurus. Crushed by strength. All right, your foundation is the Nine of Swords. Recent past, you have the Star. Crowning is the Two of Cups. Energy coming up is the World. Five of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. So I do use this as the overall energy. All right, Taurus. So your reading is just like very straightforward here. So this is definitely some sort of regret. So Nine of Swords at your foundation, Taurus, and then overall energy, which these are minor arcanas. You can easily change this energy. We've got the Five of Cups. So yeah, this is some sort of regret. That's what I'm getting. So there may have been like a lack of courage or confidence or whatever it is, a lack of strength, a lack of support, a lack of motivation. So yeah, for some of you, you may have like held back with something or held on to something. Five of Swords is here. So some challenging energy around this Ten of Cups. So yeah, this could be a month, Taurus, January, where you're like conquering your fears. You have the Wheel here. Some of you, you may have been going round and round with something or someone. And that could be the regret that you have. Maybe you're not happy, you're disappointed. So what's needed for some of you is strength, is being strong, conquering your fears, maybe taking a chance. But this is like very much you conquering your fears, Taurus. Needing to go within and find that inner strength so you can move forward. For some of you, this is like some sort of nightmarish situation that you're recovering from, that you are getting out of with the Wheel. The universe is like assisting you. So what's needed is having hope, staying positive. And, you know, maybe some of you lost hope. So January is a time of remaining positive and maybe like refinding that hope. Maintaining that positive attitude. Two of Cups crowning you. Two of Cups crowning you. So you're thinking about a relationship. You're thinking about another person. So maybe for some of you, this is another person who maybe hurt your feelings, or there was a breakup or some sort of disappointment. We have Leo coming through. Leo, Aquarius. Really, any of the fixed signs may be significant. So Scorpio, Taurus may be significant. And then you've got the World. So something is done. This is a chapter. Something is over with. But with the World, it's more of like a graduation. So I'm leveling up. I'm ascending. I'm moving to the next level here. I'm closing the door on one thing and I'm opening the door to another, opening a door to like a new chapter or even like a new book. So let's look at this Nine of Swords for Taurus. Please clarify the Nine of Swords. Yeah, so afraid of taking a chance, afraid of change. For some of you, this can be like really negative thoughts, really negative, thoughts or a thought pattern. It can also be like a lot weighing on you, taking a toll on you. It could be stress. It could be sleepless nights. So again, there's like the need for you to control your thoughts, to balance your energies, and to stay positive with the Star. I feel like this is an energy that needs to be maintained here. Looking up, seeing the glass as like half full instead of half empty. Now with the World here, I mean, you could be over that. So if you're a Taurus that, maybe in 2025 you were just incredibly hard on yourself, that could be something that you're breaking free from. Let me see, what is the World? Seven of Pentacles. So you've been waiting, and maybe even assessing. You've been taking your time here. You're looking at something. Seven of Pentacles. Could definitely be closing the door on like an investment that wasn't worth it, or done with doing something a certain way. What is the Five of Cups? That's really what I'm getting. Being done with doing something a certain way, and that could be due to fear, or for a handful of Taurians, it could be that you were doing something at night, like working nights, something at night where it was preventing like a good night's sleep. Something has been taking a toll. That's what I want to say. And maybe for some of you, it's emotionally, it's mentally. Here you've got the Knight of Cups. So that can be an apology. If you regret something, this could be you apologizing, you thinking about the past here with this energy. And there's your Earth energy. So very nice. Queen of Pentacles showing up. So however you resonate with this, Taurus, you're definitely going to ground your energy. We have celebration. A positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success. Enjoy your achievements. And the World is a big achievement card. So it could be the past finally paying off. It could be that you go back and you redo something and you make it better, and then it finally pays off. But we have celebration. This card just flipped right out. And then flow. Find an easier path forward. Surrender the outcome. Release your expectations. So isn't that interesting? So stay positive. Find an easier path forward. Surrender the outcome. Release your expectations. What is the guidance on the love front for Taurus? Engagement, reconciliation, and worth waiting for. So your love life is ascending. Someone from your past is returning, and then worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So if you've been waiting on someone, I want to say with this, I mean, this could be you like moving on from that, or you're over it. If you've been waiting on someone, you could be looking at that. Some of you may not wait any longer. It could be because someone new is coming in. For some of you, this could be a new relationship. It could be a soulmate crossing your path. So if you've been hung up on the past, this could be a soulmate that is coming in. Some of you are manifesting a reconciliation. Others, you're manifesting, again, maybe a soulmate. All right, who is Taurus dealing with? Who's Taurus dealing with? We've got Earth, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and we've got Gemini. All right. All right, Taurus, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, make sure you are subscribed, and please give this video a thumbs up. All right, let's move on. Gemini, January 2026. What does Gemini have coming up, please, in January? All right, so first card out, Gemini, is the Ten of Wands. Let's see what else we get. Gemini, January. The Devil. Your foundation is the World. Recent past is the Two of Swords. Crowning is the Wheel of Fortune. Energy coming up is Temperance. Well, look at that. You've got some majors here, so it's a little spread with a lot of major arcana energy. Ooh, Queen of Swords, overall energy for January. I do love this. So it doesn't matter, male, female, whatever, it doesn't matter. Feminine energy, but it's air energy. So you're showing up in your element. And I like this because this is you using the sword here to sever ties or free yourself. For some of you, this really feels like you unburdening yourself here. So maybe you've had something weighing on you and it's not been good, but the Devil here. So 10 of Wands and the Devil, you've had a lot of stress, Gemini, or a lot of pressure, like unhealthy, toxic energy or pressure on you, or even for some of you, temptation. You've been dealing with this, but with the Queen of Swords as the overall, she is, what I'm getting here with her for January is she's like a problem solver, more of a harsher, very serious, even sometimes strict energy, but in a good way. Yeah, disciplined. So I have the Queen of Swords looking at the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords. Yeah, looking at the past. This is definitely like a Gemini who is, could be like saving the day, or if not saving the day, I see you looking at a problem. This is looking at the past. This is maybe even looking at some sort of disappointing situation, heartache. Could be looking at your own heartache or disappointment surrounding a situation. If you have any regrets, here I see you looking at a situation, and it's a difficult one, but looking at a situation and doing something about it. So the Queen of Swords is someone who is very fair. She seeks the truth. She also wants to do the right thing. So there is growth. 3 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. There's the King of Cups. So maybe some of you are dealing with a water sign. But yeah, this could be you detaching yourself from a nightmarish situation. Could be a 3-party situation with the 3 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. For some of you, maybe you're going to be single. There is growth here. There's definitely growth. And you've got 2 10s. You've got 2 10s and you've got the World. So something is done. It's done. This devil on your back, whatever this is for you, emotional baggage, stuff from the past, whatever it is, I feel like you're freeing yourself. The challenge is still dealing with this in January. So that could be a person, that could be a group, that could be really anything, an addiction, a behavior, a pattern. It could be really anything. So that's the challenge for you, Gemini, here, is dealing with this in January. But with the Queen of Swords here, this is like you figuring it out. So prior, you could have been in denial, or there was just no action being taken here with this 2 of Swords. That is old energy. So maybe something was like right in your face, challenging, right in your face, some sort of toxicity or whatever it is. Something that was right in your face, but maybe you chose to ignore it or not take any action or whatever it is. But I think that you're over that with the World. This also can be like learning a lesson. For some of you, you've evolved, you've grown quite a bit. Maybe you've become like a very like worldly person. There's been a lot of growth. Crowning you is the Wheel of Fortune. So, I mean, this is your mindset. Maybe you're feeling lucky. You're feeling blessed. You're feeling like you should take a chance. You may be feeling lucky, like it's a good time to free yourself. Now, the Devil can also represent Capricorn season. We are in Capricorn season here for most of January. So you may have a lot going on with this 10 of Wands. You've got a lot on your plate, a lot of responsibilities, and this could be you like sorting everything, managing everything. But balance is coming in with Temperance. This is balance coming in. It's spirit around you, guiding you. You also could be taking one thing and combining it with another. Could be seeing like the silver lining here with the situation. Taking something negative and making it positive. Let me see. What is the Devil for Gemini? For some of you, this does feel like pressure. A lot of pressure, temptation even. What is the devil, please, for Gemini? Yeah. Look at that. So again, freeing yourself from the devil, whatever the devil is for you. Now, in the month of Capricorn, or excuse me, the month of January, Capricorn season, you could be speaking your truth. This could be you saying exactly how you feel. It's a very blunt energy. Queen of Swords does not play around. She doesn't waste time. She's seen it all, heard it all, dealt with it all, but, you know, for whatever reasons, you know, maybe you felt like it just wasn't the right time in the recent past to say something or do something, but that is no more. So Capricorn season for many of you is significant. Let me see. Please clarify Temperance. Very blessed, very fortunate energy coming up for you. Yeah, there may have been something with speaking, like speaking your truth, speaking up. There may have been something with that, but you're finding a way. So this is you balancing out this heavy load. So however that resonates for you, you're managing. That's really what I want to say. Managing everything. 10 of Cups, family. Whatever you got going on the career front. This is you managing, getting it done. Also turning a negative into a positive. Maybe for some of you, your beliefs are changing. All right, guidance for Gemini for January. Guidance for Gemini. Miracles, look at that. Have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. So a miracle could be occurring. Intention. Be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your request to the universe. Boy, and I cannot speak during your reading like at all, Gemini. So that is going to be significant. All right, guidance for Gemini on the love front. Guidance for Gemini. Which we do have, we have the Capricorn new moon. I want to say it's on the 18th. We have the full moon on the 3rd. So getting to know each other, as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. This card did land in the reverse, so take it however it resonates for you. Heart-to-heart conversations, honestly discuss your feelings with each other, and then forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So notice how we have getting to know each other in heart-to-heart conversations. So yeah, communication is definitely significant here, Gemini. There definitely needs to be communication. So if you are partnered, there's something you got to talk about. This also could be with a family member. There's definitely something that needs to be decided or something that needs to be discussed. Who is Gemini dealing with? We've got Cancer and water. All right, Gemini, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, Cancer. Cancer. What does Cancer have coming up in January? All right, Nine of Wands. First card out. Crossed by the Queen of Swords. We have the High Priestess at your foundation. Strength in the recent past. Crowning is the King of Pentacles. Energy coming up is the Lovers. Some of you could be dealing with a Gemini. King of Cups as the overall energy. So you do have some characters here, but beautiful overall energy. King of Cups is someone who's very, very generous, very giving. He's not always the most open with his feelings, but you definitely could be, especially like towards the end of the month. A lot of psychic vibes here. I see you listening to your intuition. Could be having some very vivid dreams. But masculine energy, so going after what makes your heart race, going after something you really want, going after someone you love. For some of you, it could be. Okay. For a couple of you, there could be some internal stuff going on here. This is a lot of like very internal. Yeah, I mean, this is like an internal struggle. So like battling with your intuition. There's an inner knowing here with the situation. There's definitely an inner knowing here, but this is like opposing that. For some of you, you're fighting your intuition about something. This could be even like releasing the past. So if you are partnered, or if it's not like a husband, wife, partner, spouse, it could be a family member. There's some sort of conflict that maybe, you know, maybe it's time to release it and put it behind you. But maybe some of you, especially at the start of the month, you could be struggling with that. Yeah, so Five of Wands, Judgment, the Hanged Man, Eight of Pentacles. This could be something with a boss or something at work. Maybe you're dealing with a Pisces, an Aries, a Scorpio. We've really got everything here, all elements. But yeah, this is for some of you, this is you like battling your intuition here. There's a knowing here, but I don't know if you want to see something or accept something. There's an opposing energy here. Also, there's competition. There's some sort of competition for those of you where It's not really around a relationship. There's some sort of competition here. So competing with the King of Pentacles for some of you. This could be someone who has money. This could be your boss. This could be an entrepreneur. Could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. 9 of Wands, Queen of Swords. Could be competing over a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, Queen of Swords. Very interesting energy. It's very interesting energy. So we've got Gemini, we've got Pisces, we've got Leo as well. The challenge is the Queen of Swords. So for some of you, the challenge is dealing with an air sign. This could be someone who is opposing you, or they're not on the same page as you. 9 of Wands. The wounded warrior. So you may feel wounded by somebody or even multiple people, or you know, they may feel that way about you. But again, there is an inner knowing here. High Priestess at your foundation. For some of you, there's a decision. So do you try like one more time? Do you give up? With that 9 of Wands, do you persevere? Strength. For some of you, this is on the career front. So maybe someone blocked your abundance or like a path to prosperity. For some of you, this is either you blocking maybe their access, or somebody may have done this to you. The 9 of Wands can be you creating a very strong boundary. And so it could be with the Queen of Swords, or it could be an earth sign. So if somebody is draining you financially, yeah, I mean, this could be you doing something about it. But a decision is significant. The Lovers in the near future. So this is a decision that's coming up here. Let's see. Yeah, standing your ground, 7 of Wands. Protecting what's yours. Very fierce energy here. So for those of you that definitely resonate with the feminine, but also there's a balance here. So stepping into maybe this energy when needed. Yeah, very fierce, protective energy here. Again, I mean, that could be because there's an inner knowing. Staying quiet when you feel like, you know, that's needed, and then stepping out and voicing your concern when that's needed. All right, what is this 9 of Wands? Yeah, so maybe you feel cheated. 7 of Swords, avoided, cheated. This could be you having strong boundaries. You may not trust someone. Let's see, what is the High Priestess for Cancer? Knight of Rods. What is the Lovers? Yeah. There's definitely some sort of competition here or opposing energy. There's the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, it's like knowing that you should move forward, knowing that you should travel. Could be avoiding, knowing that you should avoid someone or a situation. It's almost like some of you are like avoiding a fight with another person. I mean, it could be a fight with a Gemini, avoiding a connection, avoiding someone that you don't trust. All right, let's get you an additional guidance card. Cancer, guidance for Cancer. Hope. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. Innocence. Take time to play, nurture your inner child, live with a childlike sense of wonder. Protecting, maybe some of you are protecting the innocent. Doing what you feel like is right. Maybe the Nine of Wands is you creating strong boundaries. It could be blocking certain people. All right, let's get you guidance on the love front for Cancer. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, and then express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. So on the love front, for some of you, things are progressing to the next level, and it could be because you're expressing yourself. Somebody else could be expressing their love to you. So this could be going from like friends to dating, or taking the next step in some way. It could be getting engaged. If that's the case, congratulations. We just had the holidays, and so a lot of people do get engaged around Christmas time. So yeah, ascending in some way. All right, who is Cancer dealing with? Who's Cancer dealing with? We've got Capricorn and Aries. And we do have the Capricorn new moon on the 18th of January. And then we have your full moon, actually, Cancer, on the 3rd. So something definitely could be leaving your life. That's interesting that you've got the High Priestess here at your foundation. And the full moon is in your sign. It's the wolf moon. So yeah, I mean, it definitely could be something to do with your relationships. Could also be family, the home. Could be something with self. So something is closing up. Something is leaving. And for some of you, you have a very important decision to make here in January. All right, Cancer, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Leo, what does Leo have coming up in January 2026? Leo. Ooh. Ace of Swords, first card out. Look at that. Crossed by the Queen of Swords. Your foundation is the Queen of Cups. We have the Six. Let me see, is this the Six? Yep, Six of Pentacles in the recent past. Crowning is the King of Wands. Energy coming up in January is the Knight of Wands. Overall energy. Wow, look at the characters you have. So who just had this? Was it Cancer? Did Cancer just have... All right. So King of Cups as the overall energy. A lot of characters here. So King and Queen of Cups showing up. King of Wands, Queen of Swords showing up. We've got this Knight energy as well, so that could be someone younger. So there could be a situation for some Leos where, you know, a lot of people are involved. Could be 4, maybe even 5 people involved in a situation. But this is you following your heart. This is you listening to your intuition. And with it being a king, it's more assertive, it's more aggressive. So it's masculine energy. For some of you, again, and I did just say this to Cancer, so maybe I'm reading for some cuspers, or maybe you're dealing with a Cancer. But you've got the Eight of Swords here. So this feels... yeah, like some internal stuff going on, Leo. So I just said that to Cancer, literally. So yeah, this could be you like battling some fear here in January. Ultimately, I see you moving past that. So it's not something you're going to have to sit here and go back and forth with forever. It's not. Some of you are conquering your fears. Freeing yourself. This is you freeing yourself from some sort of mental prison. With the Eight of Cups, you could be doing some soul searching. You could be letting go of something that's no longer serving you. Could be a friendship. Here with the Three of Cups, it could be a 3-party situation. Whatever it is, it's no longer serving you, so you're turning your back on it. Ace of Wands, feeling inspired to maybe do the right thing with justice. Also could be apologizing here to someone. But yeah, if you're not happy, Four of Cups, if you're not happy with someone or something, it's no longer inspiring you. Maybe it's a friendship. Maybe... yeah, I mean, it could be... even like something with a sibling, whatever it is with that Eight of Cups, you're turning your back on it. Those of you that have been going round and round with someone, or round and round with the situation, with this Ace of Swords and the Queen of Swords, that's no more. So that's about to end. So for some of you Leos, I see you breaking a pattern, a habit. If you felt like you were on the hamster wheel with something, that's no more. So I see that coming to an end. This could be you seeing the truth. I mean, look at this card. Very, very fierce energy. Sharp, wise, knowing the truth, seeing the truth, hearing the truth. You could be speaking your truth with this energy. And I do apologize for background noise. I do apologize if you're hearing that. I mean, this could be you just saying something, telling someone how you feel, just like putting it out there. Yeah, I'm getting so many things. Like, I want to say, and so I will say it. So don't shoot the messenger. Please don't shoot the messenger, Leo. But, you know, if you've got like a friend that is around you that won't leave you alone, or you have an ex around you that won't leave you alone, or whatever it is, this really feels like, you know, I love you. I want to have a relationship with you in some cases. I love you, but I love me more. You know what I mean? It's like, it's very direct. It's just blunt. It's out there. It's just, here it is. Could feel harsh for some of you, to the person who's receiving that communication. It does not feel like it's you. It really feels like you just putting it out there. Ace of Swords, first card out, Leo. I really feel like this is you saying something. Like, this is you just putting it right out there, right in someone's face. It's like, it is what it is. You know, and maybe in the past you tried to like tiptoe around it, or you tried to be more gentle and caring and understanding, and maybe you really felt bad for another person or something like that. And it's just like, I can't do that anymore. You know, I know too much. I see too much. I've dealt with too much. Queen of Swords has seen it all, heard it all. So yeah, that's one story that I'm getting. And that could be with family, friends, that could be with whoever. It's almost like just, it is what it is. That's the sort of energy, sort of vibe that I'm getting here with this. For those of you that are partnered, because we've got the King and the Queen of Cups here. For some of you Leos, you may very much be in love with your person. In January, you know, maybe that passion is being like reignited here. Very passionate energy for those of you that are partnered. But maybe there is like a mother-in-law, or whoever, an ex, that is like interfering. A third party for some of you could be interfering. And if it's like one of your friends or a sibling or something like that, you could be keeping your distance. Yeah, you could be staying away. Could be you and your person are staying away from maybe like a mother-in-law. There could be some sort of interference here. Maybe you're telling that person how you feel. 6 of Pentacles in the past. And that really goes quite well with the Queen of Cups at your foundation. So very generous, kind energy, receptive energy. King of Wands crowning. So you could be dealing with an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. And then also coming up here in January, later on, you've got the Knight of Wands. So you definitely could be dealing with a fire sign. You are a fire sign. This could be you having more energy, I want to say, from like the second week on. Honestly, when we get maybe into Aquarius season, you may really feel that energy shift. And you definitely may get fired up here about a subject, a matter. And this could be you physically going somewhere. You could be taking action. It's a very competitive energy. Again, if there's like interference or something's going on, you definitely could be speaking your truth. But let me see. What is the Ace of Swords for Leo? What is the Ace of Swords? So you may be dealing with a Virgo, you may be dealing with a Capricorn. Look at that, see? 5 of Rods. So somebody may not like what you're saying or doing. There could be a misunderstanding. It may be something petty for some of you, not all of you. And you may just be a little harsh. For some Leos, I mean, you could be a little harsh because this is the 5 of Rods. So it can be a misunderstanding. It can be something petty. If there's competition, you're going to know it. You're going to see it. Some of you are very, very focused on beating the competition. This is a very, very competitive energy. Let's see. What is the Knight of Wands for Leo? What is the Knight? Could be something with Sagittarius. We've got Temperance, and we've also, yeah, maybe for some of you a Sag is significant. 8 of Rods and 10 of Cups. So it could be connected to a relationship or connected to the family. Eight of Wands with the 10 of Cups, yeah. So at the start of the month, if there's some sort of tension with you and another person, I see it disappearing. So this is nothing concerning. I'm not getting anything really concerning at all. I think that this is a tense energy between you and another person, possibly because of, you know, something that you've said to them or whatever, or you've seen something. Something may come out. But again, I feel like it's petty. It's more petty than anything else. And you're going to move past that. We see it there at the bottom of the deck as well. Could be physically separating yourself, distancing yourself from this. For some of you, it's family. So you want, you know, you want to be in good standing, maybe with the family. Let's see, what is the additional guidance for Leo? What is the additional guidance? Far too many. If you and the family have been butting heads or arguing a lot, I see that changing. All right, courage. You are safe. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. I feel like this resonates very much. Courage. I'm definitely reading for some very fierce Leos in January. You are coming through like very fierce with your energy, bold. Rebirth. Reinvent yourself, give life to your dreams, create a new reality. All right. What is the guidance on the love front for Leo? True love, this is the romance of a lifetime. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. So focus on true love. Some of you may need to release your ex, or again, there could be an ex, a third party who's kind of like interfering. That's obviously not all of you. For some of you, this is needing to cleanse your energy. Some of you are working through some problems. Pick and choose your battles. If you're partnered, there could be some misunderstandings, especially at the start of the month, but I see you like moving past that. You really do love each other. So, I mean, is it worth it? No, this is definitely needing to pick and choose your battles. All right, who is Leo dealing with? We've got Pisces and Aries. All right, Leo, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs Virgo. All right, Virgo, January 2026. What does Virgo have coming up? Queen of Pentacles, very nice. First card out. Virgo. Ooh, look at that. 9 of Wands. This card just shot right out. Your foundation is the Magician. Recent past the Devil. All right, crowning is the Star, energy coming up. You also have the Knight of Wands. So interesting. Leo just had that in the same position. So I could be reading for some cuspers. Maybe you're dealing with a Leo. Overall energy is Death. So powerful energy. Great change coming in. You could be transforming, for some of you, your beliefs are changing. Okay. Very interesting. Very interesting reading. Look at this. So you've got Death, you've got the World, something is done. But for some of you, I feel like it's a lifestyle, or could just be a chapter. You're closing the book, you're starting a new book. This is major. So you're leveling up. For some of you, there may have been a loss. Yeah. You may have gone through a lot. There may have been a loss. There may have been old pain, whatever it is, emotional baggage. But you're done with it. You're closing the door. You're healing. For some of you, you are healing. Or you're healed. But there's great change that's coming in. If there was like a third party scenario, could be a love triangle, but doesn't have to be. That could be a situation that's over with. Something is done. But for some of you, I feel like it's definitely internal. It could be external as well, but you could be changing. Maybe your appearance is changing. Maybe things within your career, that could be changing, or even maybe at home. Like you could be changing homes, or you're doing something here. You're making a big change. So Queen of Pentacles with the 9 of Wands. And I do apologize for the glare. These cards are just very glossy, as you can see. And so I love this. Very grounded, beautiful, well-rounded energy with the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you very focused on your finances, your career, your family. If you don't work for a living, this is living comfortably, living a certain lifestyle. Very important to you. 9 of Wands. Maybe some of you have been exhausted. Maybe you've been dealing with something. I mentioned healing energy. So could be recovering. For some of you, you could be using like natural remedies to heal yourself. You could be doing a lot of different things. But with the 9 of Wands, needing to persevere, don't give up. If you're exhausted, I see you making moves. So whether that's you traveling, going somewhere, helping yourself that way, or if you're doing something yourself, like treating yourself or whatever it is. And I'm not a doctor. I'm just telling you what I see. Whatever you're doing, you believe in it with the star. Very optimistic, positive energy, positive attitude. And then you've got the Magician at your foundation. So you've got everything you need to succeed here. You've got it all. Skills, resources, whatever it is, you've got it. You can make things happen. You also can create that change in your life that's needed, which I feel like you are. This is behind you, the Devil. Now, maybe some of you dealt with a Capricorn, or you could have dealt with like a toxic person or relationship or pattern, behaviors, whatever it is, stuck in the dark. But now here in January, seeing the light, maybe going through a very difficult time and coming out the other side. Again, great change taking place. But very optimistic energy. Also, Aquarius season. Aquarius season could be a busier time for you, Virgo. Maybe more is happening. Which, most of January, we're in Capricorn season. Capricorn is a worker, hard worker, but it's earth energy. When we get into Aquarius season, you definitely may feel the shift in energy here. You definitely may feel more creative, innovative, definitely. And we see you making moves with that Knight of Wands. It's like go time. So, yeah, let's see what this Devil is for Virgo. What is the Devil? So good news is it's behind you. For some of you, maybe you were not like eating the best diet. There was a lot of temptation perhaps behind you. But with this Queen of Pentacles, this is you, like grounding your energy, making good choices, especially when it comes to finances, career, home, physical well-being, body, mind, body, spirit, all of that, making great choices. Yeah, look at that. Leaving this behind. So 6 of Swords, clarifying the Devil. So the Devil is no more. So goodbye toxic energies, influences, whatever. Let's see. Knight of Wands. Look at that. Some good luck, some positive energy coming in. It's just the right time for some of you. This is like green light from the universe. It's go time. Feeling very blessed. Feeling like it's a blessed season, a blessed year, blessed time in your life. I like this. Yeah, so Sagittarius could be significant. What is the additional guidance for Virgo, please, for January? Leadership. Step into your leadership. Share your message. Inspire and empower others. Yeah, I mean, this is maybe you feeling like a leader. By the end of the month, you may definitely feel like a leader here, feeling more empowered. Patience. Pause before you take action. Trust that divine timing is at work. Be patient and play whilst you wait. So you're being patient. This is you like setting an example. This really feels like setting an example in some way. All right, guidance for Virgo on the love front. We've got to express your love. Go ahead, make the romantic gesture. Reconciliation, someone from your past is returning to your life, and then worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So you could be expressing your love, expressing that you want to reconcile with someone, or they could be doing that to you. You could be manifesting some sort of reconciliation. Who is Virgo dealing with? Who's Virgo dealing with? We've got Scorpio, Virgo, Gemini, Capricorn, Aquarius, Sagittarius. We've got some earth energy. All right, who is Virgo? We've got Aries and water. All right, Virgo, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign Libra. What does Libra have coming up in January, please, Libra? The Fool crossed by the Knight of Cups. All right, your foundation is the Page of Swords. Recent past, we have the Three of Cups. Crowning, we have the Eight of Cups. Energy coming up is the Seven of Swords. All right. Overall energy, interesting. Overall energy is the Knight of Swords. All right, so the very first thing that I'm getting is there is like a heavy spying energy here. So you could be watching someone, they could be watching you, you both could be watching each other. For signs, we've got strong ear, so could be you, could be a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. And then we've got Aries, Scorpio, we've got some water here, so Cancer, Pisces. But overall energy is the Knight of Swords. So maybe for some of you, I mean, maybe you've had something legal ongoing. There could be success here. There could be a legal win. So maybe you could be watching someone like on Facebook or whatever, on social media. You could be maybe looking to see how someone is going to react, or you can always flip that. Somebody may work like in the spotlight. Yeah, I'm definitely... Yeah, this is definitely winning. So I could be reading for some Librans who you may have like a platform, or you may work like in the public eye. I'm seeing a win here. That could be legal, but doesn't have to be. I'm seeing success when it comes to like a new venture, starting something new. With this Knight energy, you could be taking action, moving forward, starting something very quickly. Somebody could be coming in, or even like leaving, taking off. You could be leaving a situation with that Eight of Cups crowning you, like taking off, leaving, and then pursuing something new with the Fool here. So you've got something new on the table. And you've got this Knight of Cups. So it could be love. It could be love for some of you. You could be leaving a relationship and then pursuing like a new relationship, or someone could be pursuing you. But this is a new path. Could be a new path in love. For others, it's maybe you just breaking free. If you've had some sort of like legal battle or something going on, again, I see a win here. And I see you turning your back on one thing and then stepping out and moving forward with another. Now, this could be something that you thought about quite a bit. You did your research with the Page of Swords here. A lot of studying, a lot of questions. Socially, for some Librans, socially, this could be you turning your back on like a friend or a group. Maybe like a social circle that maybe you don't feel like maybe you have anything in common with them anymore, or something like that. Again, I see you turning your back here. Could be making a new friend. So you may have just made like a new friend in the recent past. I don't know, you may have even had like certain beliefs. So for those of you that resonate with that, so maybe you got to know someone, maybe you heard gossip, maybe somebody was jealous and they could have told you a bunch of things about a person. Or maybe for some of you this is love. Maybe you're getting to know someone and they're very different from the person that you thought that they were. So maybe there was gossip around a certain situation. And so the person that did maybe the gossiping, this could be you like staying away from that person. Could be someone that you consider a fool. For some of you, this person's a fool. Yeah, there's a lot of avoidant energy, and this is coming up in the future here. So in January, Seven of Swords. Not always negative. It could be that you are suspicious of a person. You don't trust someone. You may feel avoided. But I really feel like this is you, Libra, like keeping your distance from a person or a group, or maybe someone who asks too many questions, or maybe someone that you know likes to gossip a lot. Whatever it is, this is you avoiding this person. And I'm getting something with like a social circle. Some of you may have like made a new friend. Let's see. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. If you don't trust someone, this is maybe you like backing off, avoiding them. If you don't trust somebody, if they talk too much, if they ask too many questions, or they're too nosy, you may avoid them in January. Let's see, what is the Seven of Swords for Libra? Others, you definitely may have a love interest. You may have a love interest, or you're interested in someone. It could be that this person's just a friend. It could be that they have trust issues. All right, Two of Rods. You've got the Two of Rods clarifying the Seven of Swords. Nine of Swords at the bottom. So interesting. Let me see. What is the Eight of Cups? Eight of Cups. Crowning Libra. Yeah, look at that. So you're turning your back on something that's just not making you happy. Four of Cups. So something is not how you thought it was going to be. Something did not go as planned, or I feel like you're out of here. For some of you, you could be on to like a new love interest or something new, something else. This is you leaving a situation or a place or a relationship that was not making you happy. Yeah, and you're pursuing happiness. I feel like you're pursuing happiness. And with the Two of Rods, that can indicate options. So at any point in time, you may be able to turn around and go back towards the past. But for many of you, I feel like you're feeling inspired to move forward down the brand new path. Let's see, what is the additional guidance for Libra? Intuition. Listen to the whispers of your heart. Use divination tools to help you decide. Trust your intuition no matter what. So keep things to yourself. Only maybe share information with those that you trust. You may have someone around you, Libra, in January who talks too much. They like to gossip. So keep your business to yourself. That's really what I want to say. Yeah, look at this. This is something with a friendship. Seek out your soul family, surround yourself with positive people, spend more time socializing. Yeah, there is something going on with your social circle here, Libra, in January. What is the guidance on the love front for Libra? You deserve love. You are lovable. And then trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. All right, who is Libra dealing with? Some of you are figuring out if you can trust someone in January. And you could be doing that by watching them. We've got Leo, so a Leo may be significant. We've got fire, so Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. All right, Libra, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign Scorpio. All right, Knight of Pentacles, first card out, Scorpio. Oh, crossed by the Five of Pentacles, but for some of you, it's in the reverse. All right, Temperance at your foundation, Four of Wands in the recent past. Crowning, you've got the High Priestess. Energy coming up is the King of Pentacles. With the Ace of Cups as the overall. Very nice. Okay. So things are looking up financially, Scorpio, here in January. For some of you, there's a blessing coming in. So Ace of Cups, Knight of Pentacles. For many of you, this can be a new job. A new job could be a raise, a promotion. But with the Knight of Pentacles here, you worked hard for this. For some of you, it's been a slow journey. Yeah. So you could be coming out of a very tough time with the Ten of Pentacles. With this Five of Pentacles, for some of you, maybe you're coming out of debt, or could be going back to work. Maybe you've been out of work. But yeah, this is a blessing coming in. Listen to your intuition. You have a lot of spiritual energy around you, guiding you. I'm really seeing you move forward, leaving a tough time behind. Five of Cups. Some of you are healing from some sort of loss. So maybe you lost something that was like very meaningful to you. And that could be, you know, a number of different things. But I see you like opening a new door. You've learned a lot from this experience. Maybe an air sign, so a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces is, wow, look at this, is significant. Look at the Empress and then the Queen of Wands. Look at all of this feminine energy. So you could be dealing with a lot of characters. There could be a lot of people involved in a situation. Or that's maybe your energy. But yeah, this is definitely you healing and moving forward. There's a blessing that's coming in. Some of you, though, with this energy, you're either going back to work or there's a better job that is coming your way. You could be getting out of debt. You're making progress here. Definitely dealing with some slower moving energies. Definitely dealing with divine timing, but definitely being guided. Temperance is at your foundation. So this is like you finding a way. So maybe even like finding middle ground here with the situation. But this is definitely like you maybe turning a negative into a positive, learning from the past. Yeah, I'm definitely getting that. Learning from the past. Maybe something with the home was significant, or something with finances, career. But Four of Wands in the recent past. Some of you are working with family. Could be working with a group or working with family. Working with the right people. So those of you that work for like a large company, some of you are working with the right people. Maybe you have a lot of support. Crowning you is the High Priestess. So High Priestess and Ace of Cups here is the overall energy. I mean, that is a lot of psychic vibes. Your intuition is definitely speaking to you. If you feel the need to stay quiet, to keep something to yourself, then do that. You definitely could be making progress here with a goal or reaching a destination. Maybe you're not ready to like announce it to the world. Things are going really well for you within your career, but maybe you're like not really ready to announce it. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing an improvement here financially. King of Pentacles. So the Knight turning into the King. This is definitely some good energy. You're making the right business moves, making the right financial moves. Let's see, what is the Five of Pentacles for Scorpio? Five of Pentacles for Scorpio. Yeah, so you, your family could be coming out of a time of lack. So maybe there's a lot of love in your household. So 10 of Cups, emotional abundance, a lot of love, but maybe the money was lacking. Knight of Rods, but again, you're moving forward. You're making progress. Some of you are maybe moving house. Could be moving to like a better neighborhood. Additional guidance for Scorpio. Goddess, honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. Beautiful. And notice the horn here. So again, I keep getting that message where you're very, very intuitive. So that strong psychic energy is here. So yeah, when it comes to business moves, financial moves, whatever moves you're making, you definitely need to take a moment. How does it feel? Also, High Priestess is quiet. She keeps to herself. You could be doing that. You may be quiet. You could be keeping to yourself. You know your worth. This is like very high vibrational energy. But the High Priestess is also someone who is like unattainable. So you could be making yourself like unavailable for certain people and things like that. Nothing wrong with that. Expansion. Spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of. So maybe you are growing, you're expanding. Some of you may stay quiet until you really start to see that growth. What is the guidance on the love front for Scorpio? Attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully, and then keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So you are attracting love. I think that you're attracting someone who is on your level. So yeah, you may be quiet. You may become like unattainable to certain people. And you could be attracting somebody that is more on your level. Maybe they're not your usual type, but that could be a good thing. All right, who is Scorpio dealing with? We have Gemini and Leo. All right, Scorpio, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign Sagittarius. All right, what does Sagittarius have coming up in January? Sagittarius. Ooh, Page of Swords, but it's in the reverse for some of you. Crossed by the Four of Swords. Your foundation is the Devil. Recent past, the High Priestess. Crowning is the Ace of Wands. Energy coming up is the Queen of Swords. Overall energy is the Sun. All right, let's see. I'm feeling like for some of you, there's a delay here. So news is on its way in January. News is definitely coming in For some of you, it could be around a new beginning. Maybe you're waiting on clarity about something, or waiting on some sort of acceptance. I feel like for some of you, this is a delay at the start of the month. Some sort of blockage that you need to overcome. This is also definitely, for some of you, it's a change in perspective. So maybe you were looking at someone or something in a certain way. Could be a very negative perspective that's turning positive for some of you. Healing a loss as well. So you do have the Emperor here. You have the Ten of Cups. So this could be something with family, could be something with your husband or a father. They could be going through something. For those of you that feel stuck in an environment, stuck in some way, I feel like that Emperor for some of you is you taking back your power, you stepping into your power. You could be saying something. Maybe some of you, you're speaking your truth. You could be saying something that maybe you've always wanted to say, but maybe you were like too scared to say it. It could be a little harsh. But you've got the Four of Swords. So this is an energy that is either helping you or it may be a challenge. So if you are speaking your truth, if you are like announcing something, I really want to say, like, pause, take a moment. Some of you may not, though, with the Page of Swords, especially landing in the reverse. That can be you blurting something out. And, you know, maybe it comes out wrong. So maybe you mean one thing, but it sounds like you mean something else. So that's that sort of energy. You could also be making peace, excuse me, making peace with someone that maybe you were not getting along with. You have some very interesting energies. So the Devil at your foundation, the High Priestess in the recent past. So that is definitely some things going on behind the scenes. What is done in the dark always comes to light, and you've got the Sun here. So something is being exposed, something is coming out. You may see a situation or even a person, you may see something differently. Ace of Wands, crowning, that's you feeling inspired. You may write someone or you may reach out to someone. If you were staying quiet about something, this could be you taking action. Just make sure you are thinking about this. Because again, that Page of Swords in the reverse can sometimes can sometimes be somebody like making the wrong choice, or they're saying the wrong thing. But you have this mature energy that's coming up. So Queen of Swords. So you may even be dealing with a child. There could be a child who maybe they're doing something. But you've got the Queen of Swords. And she's facing forward here. So if somebody does say something childish or whatever, again, I see you moving past it. You're making peace with it, making peace with the person, making peace with the situation. If it's toxic, you may sever ties. Let's see, what is the Devil for Sagittarius? Please clarify the Devil for Sagittarius. Yeah, I mean, look at that. Page of Swords again. So the Devil can be anything that's in excess. Something that's not the healthiest. But yeah, maybe someone is doing something excessively. So needing to look at that. Let's see, what is the High Priestess? Queen of Pentacles. So that could be your energy, or maybe a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This could be a very spiritual person. That could be you. Maybe in Capricorn season, for some of you, you may stay quiet in Capricorn season. But then maybe in Aquarius season, you may speak your truth. You may put something out there. Ace of Cups. All right, additional guidance for Sagittarius, additional guidance. We do have abundance. Enjoy the bounty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. Abundance. Beautiful. Love, acceptance. You've got aces here. So these are blessings. Maybe you've been waiting for a while. Passion. Do what excites you. Get fired up about your life. Increase your energy levels. Yeah, I mean, you could be getting passionate about a project or about your work. Some of you are going to be manifesting more money. Let's see. Guidance for Sagittarius. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning. Release your ex. A lot of signs are getting that. Let's see, Sagittarius. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. But we have Capricorn, Pisces, Leo coming through. For some of you, Aquarius season may be significant. We have Cancer, and we have Air, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. All right, guys, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Capricorn. Too many. Capricorn, what does Capricorn have coming up in January, please? All right, Page of Wands crossed by the Three of Wands, Eight of Pentacles at your foundation, recent past, Six of Cups, the Lovers crowning you, Justice in the near future. Overall energy is the Page of Swords. So news is definitely coming in. Definitely seeing a lot of communication. If you're expecting legal news, for some of you, this could be legal. Oh, yeah. News around maybe some sort of ending with death. News around maybe an inheritance. Four of Swords. The Fool. Three of Pentacles, the World. Wow, so change is coming in, that's for sure. This is a lot of transitional energy. So change is definitely taking place. I'm seeing positive news, Page of Wands. Good news regarding your future, good news around a child. I'm even getting pregnancy, so maybe for some of you, maybe your family is growing or you're making future plans. Yeah, I do see you growing within your career. Eight of Pentacles. January could be a time where you're doing a lot of research, you're asking a lot of questions. You could be like going over things, going over maybe a contract. This could be a work contract. Thinking long-term, planning long-term. For a few of you, maybe And you may have already did this. You could be returning to like an old job. For some of you, you may have already did that. I'm seeing closure with a past matter, but I'm really feeling like this is more career and financial. So maybe going back to an old job, or it also could be something with like a contract, like going back to maybe like an old contract, or way of doing things or something like that. For those of you where this is on the love front, you may have reconciled with someone in the past. Your relationship could be growing. You may be talking long term. You may have a choice with the Lovers crowning you. Some of you do have a decision. Could be looking at marriage. Could be looking at maybe moving in together, signing a lease, something like that. I see a lot of communication. So those of you that are partnered, that could be taking place in January. You know, talking about your future. Talking about maybe signing something. Agreeing to something very important. Yeah, 2 of Cups there. All right, let's take a look at justice for Capricorn. Please clarify justice. Knight of Pentacles, 2 of Rods, King of Pentacles. So maybe you're working with, could be working with another earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could be working with someone who's younger. This could be you making an agreement with a King of Pentacles. For some of you, that may be your boss. But this is teamwork. Yeah, 3 of Pentacles. There's the Devil. I can see it, which is your card. But yeah, I feel like this is really positive on the work front. So just keep working hard. You know, maybe this King of Pentacles, maybe your boss. I'm seeing this King of Pentacles look at this Knight of Pentacles. So that could be you working real hard. I see 2 people working together. What is the additional guidance for Capricorn? This is interesting. Balance, take time to relax, indulge a little more or less, set boundaries with your work. And then anger came out as well. Safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force. Honor all of your emotions as sacred. So in January, if something or someone is getting under your skin, they're saying balance your energies. Take a moment, pull back, pause before you react. Which we see you doing that with justice. And you know, this Page of Wands, this could be, for those of you where this is communication, for a few of you, this could be like someone who is like very loud, maybe they're acting out, or maybe they say something to you, and the Page of Swords here, this is how you reply to them, which could be with death here. I mean, I see you working through it, and I think, you know, you're going to move past it. So for some of you, it could be something petty with the pages, you know, more immature energy, but you may tell someone where to go with this energy. There may be an apology here in January, but I see you balancing this. I'm not really that concerned. Maybe it's just a matter of getting on the same page. All right, what is the guidance on the love front? Soulmate, look at that. Yes, this is your soulmate, and that came out right away. So yeah, for some of you, I mean, this could be with your person. You do love them. You've got the Lovers crowning you. You're thinking about them. If you're single, you're definitely calling in a soulmate for both of these cards to show up. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So if you are single, this can be a soulmate that's coming in. All right. Who is Capricorn dealing with? Libra. Could be dealing with a Libra. And then we have Sagittarius. Look at that. All right, Capricorn. So I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. All right, let's move on. All right, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Aquarius. Aquarius, what does Aquarius have coming up in January, please? Aquarius. Goodness, a lot of cards here. The Sun with the Queen of Cups. So we have the Hierophant. For some of you, the Hierophant might be in the reverse. You have the Hermit in the recent past. Wow, Judgment crowning. 10 of Cups in the near future. 3 of Swords as the overall. I feel like you're releasing this. I feel like you're healing. For some of you, this can be you physically recovering. Three of Swords, 8 of Wands, the Tower, Justice with the 10 of Swords, 10 of Swords with the Page of Cups. So somebody may have been immature and playing games, and so I mean, if somebody broke your heart, you're done. You're out. if something happened, so this can be the universe stepping in and shaking things up. And it could be because maybe some of you were in like a 3-party scenario, or maybe you were in like a very painful situation. Maybe someone wouldn't commit to you, or whatever it is. The universe can come in and shake things up, and it's to get you to move forward. So with that Tower and that 8 of Wands, I mean, that is a huge shift in the energy. So that can be certain things happening for a reason. And in the moment, it can feel very painful. Like, what is going on? But down the road, you start to understand like the bigger picture and why maybe one thing had to happen so something else could happen. You start to really connect the dots. And that's really what this feels like. So with the Sun being the first card out, Aquarius, this is like seeing the light or seeing the silver lining. This is like understanding why you went through what you went through. So 3 of Swords. It's also releasing that pain with Judgment here. I mean, you're rising up. And for some of you, this really feels like you're letting go of some emotional pain. I mean, you could be like just freeing yourself here with this energy. The Sun and the Queen of Cups. I mean, maybe you're just speaking from your heart and you're just putting it all out there, exposing your feelings. If your heart's broken, I mean, you could be exposing that. And in the recent past, you may have been like really quiet. Now, if this is not you, you could be dealing with someone who was doing this. Maybe in the recent past, they were very quiet. And here in January, they're like airing it out. They could be telling you how they feel. They could be telling you that they want a commitment, or they want to heal a long-term relationship. It could be a marriage, but doesn't have to be. So some of you, maybe you're dealing with this Queen of Cups, which could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, but doesn't have to be. We have Taurus, we have Leo, we have Virgo. So could be any sign. But for some of you, Aquarians, this is you leaving a painful situation, leaving this behind. You're rising up. Rising up could be starting all over again, could be reinventing yourself. Especially with the Sun. And maybe you're doing things your own way. So if you are working on yourself, let's say your body, diet, exercise, you know, maybe what works for you isn't, you know, what works for everybody else. Maybe you don't follow like a strict routine, or, you know, maybe you do things your own way. That is what works for you, and it may not work for everybody else. For some of you, yeah, I see you maybe realizing something. You may have been looking for some answers in the past, but here in January, this definitely can be those answers coming in, clarity coming in, you having maybe some sort of realization. And you know, the Hierophant in the reverse, for those of you that resonate more with it in the reverse, it's not always negative. It's not. So you may have your own beliefs. You may not share like your family's beliefs, or you may have your own ways of doing things, and there's nothing wrong with that. This is like a very like committal energy here with the Hierophant upright, but in the reverse, you know, you may not like to commit yourself to something, or you may, you know, if you do that, you know, maybe it puts you under like unnecessary pressure or something like that. So maybe you like to kind of feel like you're not obligated to do something, and that's how you get it done. So everybody works differently. So you have to do what works for you. The Hierophant in the reverse is you not conforming. So you're not conforming to what society wants you to do. You're going to do things your way. And so it's not always negative. It's not. What works for you may not work for everybody else. And for some of you, I mean, you may be like an old soul. You may be someone who prefers to be on your own. Here with the Hermit. You do have the Ten of Cups here, which is beautiful. This is maybe you spending time with friends, family. It's love. It's the happily ever after card. So maybe you feel accepted. So, you know, if something is taking place in January, if you're seeing friends, family in January, or right now, maybe as I'm filming this, this is feeling loved. It's feeling accepted. You know, you could be in a relationship, like a non-traditional relationship, and you're feeling accepted and you're feeling loved. Let's see, what is the Three of Swords for Aquarius? Yeah, your heart is healing. Your heart is healing. Temperance. Going about something in your own way. Let's see, what is the Hierophant? Make sure that you are paying attention to signs and omens from spirit, from the universe. For some of you, there's definitely signs, especially when you're outside, especially when you're by yourself. So for some of you, I feel like that's what is going on here, is there's signs and synchronicities. There's things going on around you, and you've been missing them. You may see them in January, oh yeah, but I think it's been going on for a while, and for some of you, maybe you were not seeing the signs. There could have been like messages from spirit that you were not noticing. Yeah, help. Spirit, I feel like, was trying to help some of you get out of some sort of tough time in your life. Five of Pentacles. Feeling lack, feeling abandoned or neglected. Down on your luck. For some of you, not getting the help that you needed. Not asking for help. Not accepting help. Yeah, so some of you, you may have been like being guided to some sort of help, assistance, a new path, a new way of doing something. But maybe, you know, you're like a free spirit, and you like to, again, do things your way. So you didn't want to maybe do what everybody else does. Yeah, Ten of Swords. I think that it's definitely a time to accept help, to rise up from whatever this is, to accept help. If a Queen of Cups is offering you help, and that's a family member, I would say take it. Or you could be helping someone in need. as well. You can always flip this. Maybe someone that kept rejecting you and your help is now open to accepting it. Additional guidance for Aquarius. Yeah, leadership. Step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. So you definitely may be a leader here in January. Could be stepping into your power, trust, leap into the unknown, have faith and move forward, believe you will fly. All right, guidance on the love front. You also have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Got the soulmate card twice. Guidance for Aquarius. Chemistry. Okay, so love could be knocking. Love could be knocking. Yes, this is your soulmate, and there's a strong magnetic attraction here. If you are partnered, this could definitely be you like re-sparking that passion within your existing relationship. All right, who is Aquarius dealing with? Aquarius, you could be dealing with another Aquarius and Sagittarius. All right, guys, I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. And I don't know, Aquarius, if I said happy birthday, so if I didn't, I'm wishing you a very happy birthday. All right, let's move on. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Pisces. What does Pisces have coming up in January? First card out is Strength. Crossed by the Moon, you have the Nine of Swords at your foundation, the Page of Swords in the recent past, Six of Swords crowning, and then the Four of Cups energy coming up. You also have the Three of Swords here. So Aquarius just had this, so I could be reading for some cuspers. Or maybe you're dealing with an Aquarius. Sometimes the Three of Swords can indicate you cutting to the heart of the matter. So there may have been communication problems in the recent past. There still could be communication problems at the start of the month. What's needed for some of you is like maybe putting yourself out there or maybe speaking from the heart. Yeah, speaking about the past here. Six of Cups, Nine of Pentacles, King of Swords. There may have been communication problems with the King of Swords. for some of you, what's needed is cutting to the heart of the matter, speaking your truth. Yeah. Having strength. First card out is strength. And you have the sun here, so double Leo. So you may have Leo in your chart. Others, you know, maybe you're channeling that Leo energy. So Leo is a fire sign, a fixed fire sign. So Leos are very proud. They can be very bold. But somebody who can definitely go deep within and find the strength that they need to do something. And so here with this Nine of Swords at your foundation, you may have been like too scared, too nervous, to maybe put yourself out there, or to put something out there, to say something, to do something. There was a lot of fear around a particular matter. So I think I'm definitely reading for some Pisces where you're about to be bold and do something that you may have been like too afraid to do prior. And you could be doing this at your own pace. You've got the Six of Swords here. So you could be doing this at your own pace. You may not be like charging in to a situation. No, you may go about things in your own way. And that could be because, you know, you're not happy with the situation. You need change. If something is taking a long time, there may have been bad news in the past, or there may have been a delay. So for some of you Pisces, this is you working up the courage to do something here. So you either got bad news or there was a delay. And so some of you are maybe starting to feel impatient. Others, you know, you're trying to make some changes here. Some of you, maybe you work at night. I could be reading for some Pisces that maybe you work at night, or maybe you're just like a night owl. Maybe you prefer to be out at night. For a few of you, I feel like there needs to be like a cleansing here, or there needs to be like maybe a lifestyle change, or if you're lacking in the sleep department, you gotta really look at that. If you're having any sort of like issues, it could be due to a lack of sleep. You have the Four of Cups here coming up. Four of Cups, which can represent like boredom, can be an offer coming in from the universe that you don't see, or you don't see potential in it. But let's take a look. Let's clarify that for Pisces. You could be rejecting someone with the Three of Swords. You may feel rejected, or you could be rejecting someone. What is the Four of Cups for Pisces, please? It's boredom. It can be a feeling of like you just don't care. Like, you know, I just don't care. It is what it is. Okay, Six of Rods. So maybe some of you are like waiting for some sort of recognition or a raise or a promotion. You could be waiting and it's taking forever. And so you're starting to feel definitely like a little discouraged, heartbroken, impatient. I think that success is coming in. You've got a couple of cards indicating success. I think it's coming in. But yeah, some of you, you've been waiting a long time. Let's see, what is the Nine of Swords for Pisces? Yeah, maybe some of you, you may work at night, you may drive for a living, you may travel for a living. There could be a situation at work. Maybe you have to work with someone that you don't like, or maybe even for a few of you, maybe you're working with someone that like scares you, or yeah, you could be worried about your job, losing sleep because of a work situation. Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, maybe you feel like you're being spied on at work, or you may not trust like your coworkers or something like that. There could be a lot of attention. For some of you Pisces, I think there's some attention. You may even be like thrown in the spotlight here in January. And I mean, some of you are like not happy about it, or like you'd rather not for whatever reasons. No judgment here. It's, yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I'm getting. It's like you may like reject something or someone, you know, maybe someone wants you to do something, or you're thrown in the spotlight, or they're around you and they're trying to give you a ton of attention, and you're like, yeah, I think I'm just going to work instead. It's something like that. Somebody could try to influence you or something, and you're like, I'm busy. You may avoid them. Seven of Swords could be you avoiding. We've got the World. Ooh, the Emperor. The Hierophant. Maybe someone's married. Ooh, look at that, the Empress. Somebody could be married. We've got the Emperor and the Empress. I mean, maybe someone is like hitting on you and they're married. Maybe they put you in like a three-party scenario and you're not feeling it. They could be around you here in January and they're trying to give you a lot of attention. You're just like, yeah. Trying to like keep your distance and trying to stay away. Okay, what is the additional guidance for Pisces? sanctuary, take time out from the world, spend more time alone, meditate, or go on a retreat. So yeah, I mean, I could be reading for some Pisces where you just want to be alone, you just want to do your own thing. And you know what? You could be very popular in January, very popular, and you're just not having it. Maybe you have a Leo around you for some of you. You're just not having it though, for whatever reasons. Hope. Stay positive. The worst is behind you. Look up to the light. All right, let's get you guidance on the love front. Free yourself. It's time to take control of your life. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So free yourself from that Nine of Swords. Who is Pisces dealing with? We have Scorpio, we have Earth, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. All right, Pisces, so I hope that you find this reading helpful. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure you are subscribed. I do want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate you guys so very much. Again, I do want to wish you all a very happy new year. If you are interested in having a 2026 yearly reading, all of my information is listed down below. Go check us out on Facebook, Instagram. I'm also on TikTok. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I will talk to you soon. Have a great month.